All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to a live stream. I haven't done one of these in quite a bit. Happy to be here talking about movies on today. Most important day of the movies. That is obviously Oscar Day, where we go ahead and give tribute and thanks and all that good stuff to everything that has come to the movies this past year. I gotta say, 2025 wasn't necessarily the best year for movies, gotta say. Although the ones that were nominated, I really enjoyed. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Oscars themselves. I got my ballot here. Where's my camera? Got my ballot here. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I got 15 out of 24 correct. I think last year I did better. I don't really remember. But nevertheless, nevertheless, I won. I got here my award. This is a Academy Award 2, and then it's gonna be me underneath here, right there. Best predictor of 2026. So I think this is going to be my good old trophy shelf. It's going to change, or it's obviously changed from soccer trophies to movie predicting trophies. So let's go ahead and just get to it, shall we? It got double of me there. Okay. So from the bottom, we're going to go backwards. We're going to go from the last one to the first one. This is my ballot. The red X's are obviously the ones that I missed. A couple of them I kind of changed at my last minute. I'll get into those. But documentary short, I missed that one. I don't watch any of the documentaries. I don't watch any of the shorts. So it makes sense that I'm going to miss most of these. Oh, excuse me. I believe the winner was All the Empty Rooms for best documentary short. I think that's what it was. Not too sure. There was a tie for one of them. It was best live action short, but we'll get to that. Best animated short, I put The Three Sisters. I was going to put The Girl Who Cried Pearls, and that's what won, but I changed it last minute. Best live action short, I put The Butcher's Stain, but let's see. I don't know why I put that. I don't know why, but this one was the one that was a tie. There's a tie, so there's two winners, and I still got it wrong, so that sucked. Best sound, F1. To me, there's no way that you have a race car movie or like an airplane type movie or something like that, and they don't win for best sound. So happy that one won. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Sorry. Best visual effects. I believe anytime there's an Avatar movie that releases in theaters, the visual effects are gonna win. So for that Avatar movie. So although Jurassic World did have really good visual effects, but Avatar is nothing but visual effects. So I'm not surprised that that one won. Production design, I put Frankenstein. I think Frankenstein's Lab in general is won that movie that award. That was a great production design. Makeup and hairstyling, same thing, Frankenstein. Although Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein's monster looked like the freaking the engineer from Alien, like Romulus and Alien. What was the one called? Covenant and Prometheus. So I didn't really like that. It was kind of hard to get that out of my mind when watching it, but it was good makeup nevertheless. What was that? Makeup and hairstyling. Original score. I love Ludwig. I think this is what, like, his third or fourth Academy Award already in his career. So he's gonna have a long career of just making bangers of scores. Really good score from Ludwig, I gotta say. Was it my favorite one? No, it wasn't my favorite one. My favorite one wasn't even nominated. F1. I am shocked Hans Zimmer wasn't nominated for his F1 score. Best casting. I did put Sinners. Who won that one? I believe it was One Battle After Another that won that one. So I mean, not surprised either. That was a good. Wait, was it One Battle or Marty Supreme? I don't even remember who won that one. But I wasn't upset to lose that one. I thought Sinners was gonna take it though. Costume design. Costume design. I put Sinners as well, but it went to Frankenstein. I actually wanted it to be Frankenstein, but I think I had thought from the perspective of that Ruth Carter was going to use these costumes as for the Blade movie, but repurpose them for Sinners. I thought that's why she was going to get those. Original song, obviously K-pop Demon Hunters was like the biggest movie last year. Best editing. Editing, I put F1. Again, you can't, in my opinion, you can't have a race car movie like that and not win best editing, but whatever. Who won that one? I think one battle won that one. Might have been One Battle. Best cinematography. I put. Why did I put One Battle? I didn't think that at all. What I went to Sinners. I was not a fan of that one. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I did think One Battle was gonna win that one, particularly from the car chase scene. I think that one should have won that cinematography for that. But Sinners was also just very, it was shot very dark. Like if you saw it in a movie or in a movie theater that had bad bulbs, you were not gonna have a good time watching that movie. But so there's that. K-pop Demon Hunters again for best animated feature. That one is to me that was a given. Disney's been slacking quite a bit in the last few years. Zootopia is a big movie, but it was the second one, so like you kind of already have seen it. Still never watched K-pop Demon Hunters, but I mean, there's the biggest movie everywhere last year, pretty much. So, not surprised that one won. Documentary feature, completely guessed. Mr. Nobody Against Putin. Not really surprised that it won, but it was a complete guess. International feature was going to be between Secret Agent and Sentimental Value. I put Sentimental Value. I feel like that one just had gotten a little bit more buzz. Original screenplay, Sinners. That was a cakewalk. That one was easy. Adapted screenplay, One Battle After Another. That one was easy. No surprise to any of those. Supporting actress. Now this one was interesting. I'm very happy Amy Madigan won. I feel like she should have won. However, there's a lot of arguments to be made for how do you say Wunmi Mosoku. I don't know how to say her name, so sorry. The girl from the TVA from Deadpool and Loki. There's an argument to be made for her and Tiana Taylor. I thought Tiana Taylor did a really good job. She just wasn't in the movie enough, in my opinion, to justify the win. So I'm happy that that went to Amy Madigan. I need to take a nap. I'm not going to be here for long, boring everybody, so don't worry about that. Supporting actor, or oh wait, no, yeah, supporting actor. Sean Penn. I put Sean Penn, and I am surprised that he won, considering A, he didn't show up, B, he doesn't really kind of care about this stuff, and C, it has been going back and forth. And I guess D, I do think Benicio should have won it over him. But Sean Penn was kind of, I think, out of his normal realm, I guess you can say, even though he's a pretty versatile actor and like he's the person that you love to hate watch. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that he won. And I mean, obviously, I'm happy I won, or he won because in turn I won. What was that? Best supporting actor? Best actor, I feel like this is the not biggest snub because I do love Michael B. Jordan and he did a good job, but I think Timothy Chalamet should have had this one. I've got a little conspiracy behind it that, given what happened at the BAFTAs, that he was kind of handed some sympathy votes before the voting had closed. But in that case, you could have said that too about Delroy Lindo, and Delroy Lindo didn't win Best Supporting Actor, so could have just been, hey, one of those things. There's a last minute change. Sinners had definitely more of like a resurgence in watches and being talked about overall before the awards, more than both what Marty Supreme and One Battle After Another. So I get it, and I'm happy for Michael B. Jordan. I've been watching his stuff for a really long time now, so good for him. And his speech was really good too. Not upset about it. I just think Timothy should have won, and I missed that one. Next up, Best Actress. This one was a lock. She's won absolutely. I think she might have lost one award, if that. But Jessie Buckley, Hamnet. If you have Peacock, go watch Hamnet. That movie's really good, and she does a really good job in it. It's just very heavy, so be careful when you watch that. Or be not be careful when you watch it, but know that you're going to be in for an emotional roller coaster when you watch that. Best Director. Now, I thought I wasn't surprised that Paul Thomas Anderson won, but I thought if they were going to give Best Picture to One Battle After Another, they would have given Best Director to Ryan Coogler. To me, it makes sense when the director wins Best Director and also their movie wins Best Picture. That makes sense, but there is a lot of flip flop per year on that. But wasn't the case. I'd put Ryan Coogler for Sinners, but Paul Thomas Anderson won. Not surprised. I like Ryan Coogler, but this one, I mean, this one could have been a tie. I would have been okay with anybody winning this one, honestly, except for maybe Sentimental Value. I didn't see that one, so I can't really speak to that. And then going into Best Picture, I had One Battle After Another. I would have preferred maybe I mean F1, yeah, I just like that movie more. It's more rewatchable to me, but I know it wasn't a better movie per se. But F1 I liked better. I did like Hamnet better. And I think I might have liked Marty Supreme better. But again, I'm not surprised that it was one battle after another. It's been talked about forever since it came out. So those were my predictions. So I missed 9. A couple of them I probably could have I could have stuck to my guns of what I originally thought and gotten it. But Nevertheless, I won my little competition between me and my mom and my grandma. This is year 2 in a row. Might even be year 3. I don't remember though. But usually we kind of all flip flop. But this year I brought in awards to it just to add a little something extra to it. So this is the award for best. Why is it flipped on that? That's weird. This is the award for best predictor. I'm going to get my name engraved in there. And then we'll be back next year for some more. Maybe I'll have another trophy up there. So that's it. That is the post Oscars stream. Just going over a quick review of my thoughts on it. And I thought it was better than usual as far as speeches go. As far I don't know about speeches. I skip most of speeches, but as far as the host speeches, I feel like it was pretty decent comedy. It wasn't ultra stupid like it has been the last few years. So hopefully this is kind of like a resurgence in the Oscars and more people start to watch again. But let me know down below what you voted for. Were you upset or happy at any of the wins or anything like that? And I'll see you guys at the movies. Peace.